Hi everyone, my name is Trevor Swope. Welcome to the Blue Hill at Stone Barns kitchen. I am going to show you how to prepare your pasture-raised turkey for the holidays. Because this turkey was raised on the pasture at Stone Barns, it's got a lot of really great natural flavor. I don't want to mask that or change that by adding a lot of other flavoring elements to the dry brine, so we'll just be focusing on salt and a little bit of brown sugar to draw out excess moisture, to season the meat evenly, and to give us a nice crispy skin at the end. To make our dry brine, we're just going to combine kosher salt and brown sugar. The purpose is pulling moisture out of the bird, seasoning it evenly, allowing it to dry so that the skin's really crispy when we finish it. So for applying the dry brine, rub it into the skin nice and evenly all over. Now that we've applied our dry brine, it's time to let the seasoning do its work, and we are going to transfer this to a refrigerator for the next 12 hours, uncovered. So now that our turkey's been sitting in the refrigerator with the dry rub on it for about 12 hours, we've taken it out, rinsed the dry rub off, patted it dry, and have allowed it to temper at room temperature for about 2 hours. Next, we're going to go into a 425-degree oven. We've got some water in the bottom of the pan so that as the drippings come off of the bird, it's just going to hit the water and it'll dissolve instead of burning onto the pan. Now, while our turkey starts to brown, we're going to mix two different preparations. One is butter that's infused with rosemary and garlic, and that's what we're going to use to baste our turkey with initially. And then we're also going to mix a glaze of Worcestershire, honey, and sherry vinegar. And that's what we're going to use to glaze the skin of the turkey towards the end to get a nice lacquer on it to finish. I'm just going to warm up some butter until it's frothy, remove it from the heat, add our garlic and rosemary. So for our glaze, we're just going to start by bringing the Worcestershire, the sherry vinegar, and our honey up to a simmer. So we're just going to whisk in our butter. So we're just whisking over medium heat until the butter's completely melted, and then we'll take it off the heat. We'll go ahead and add our garlic and rosemary to this so it can steep. So now that we've got both of our basting and glazing elements ready, we've reached about 30 minutes at 425 degrees, so it's time for us to check our turkey. This is great. This is exactly what we're looking for. So this is what I really like about using a dry brine and giving the skin plenty of time to dry, is you immediately get this super dry, even coloration on the skin. Now we're going to turn our oven down to 300 degrees, but first give it a nice coating with our infused butter. We'll do our last two checks using our glaze. All right, so now it's time to check the internal temperature of our bird. You want to do that by checking the thickest part of the breast. The best way to get there is inserting in around the breastbone, and just pretty much until it stops and it hits the breastplate of the bird. So we're going to cook this to a finished temperature of 150 degrees. Once you get to around 120, we want to stop the cycle of basting with butter, and we're going to switch to using our glaze. 10 minutes after our last glazing, we should be right around 150, and yeah, 152, that's fine. It'll come up to about 160, 163 by the time it's rested completely. We just want to make sure you rest it for at least 30 minutes to an hour and a half before you cut into it. This is our roasted pasture-raised turkey.